higher education with minimal effort. Sort of really got to know, well, as it was at the time, Brian, Balge and Paul, when they came to stay in our lounge after losing their house on Leppings Lane during the summer of 1985. And we had a pretty wild old summer, spending most of our time either in the Broadfield or the Lead Mill, occasional climbing trips. We're going out in Brian's van. In terms of what's my strongest memory, there's quite a few really, so I probably have to pick one. It would be Brian having had one or two drinks too many, trying to start a fight with some guys on Matron Bank, but being unable to stand up, so lying on somebody's drive. But certainly he talked a good game. Luckily the fight never happened. In terms of what's my impression of Brian now, I think the sort of strongest one is that he's always had and still has a very generous spirit, and it's been a privilege to be his friend for a good few years now. So yeah, happy birthday, Brian. Have a good one. Cheers.
My first impression of Brian, I got to know Brian well when he was into his early 30s, and responsibility of family and life had hit him and caught up with him, and he was handling it very, very well-ish. He's still Brian.
Powerful memories of Brian. The first one that came to mind was when we were on a mountain leadership course in Wales in the most dreadful weather. The rain was horizontal and it was blowing a gale and everything was flooded, and we were trying to navigate from the top of the ridge down to where we'd left our tents. And Brian took control. He would find a bearing using his compass and send me 50 meters. Once I got there, I had to shout, and then he would bring the whole group down to meters. It was amazing how he managed to get this entire group off the ridge in the most horrific of conditions. They were cold, they were tired, they were frightened, but Brian rose to the occasion, as he always does.
I think we all know that Brian's best qualities are his common sense, and he's a man who gives good advice. We don't necessarily follow it, but he still gives it. The strongest memory I have of Brian, and I always think of Brian, was when he was into his early 30s, when I first met him in my adult life. Really, I was in my early 20s, and fatherhood was coming upon him. He'd bought a house. Victoria was in preparation of Joe, and Brian was having to get a job and handle things, and become an adult, I suppose. And he did. He handled it really well. Think of that.
My old voice while I fight the tears. Hello, hello, there is this Martha, this is old Tom Frost, and I am calling long distance. Don't worry about the cost, 'cause it's been 40 years or more now. Martha, please recall. Meet me out for coffee, where we'll talk about it all. And those were days of roses, poetry and prose, and Martha, all I had was you, and all you had was me.
My first impression of Brian is one of native cunning. I remember he was teaching me how to eat a packet of crisps. He was explaining if we took out one crisp at a time, the packet would last a lot longer. And that seemed like a great idea until I realised what he was up to. As we shared the packet of crisps, and my 3-year-old self was enjoying each individual crisp, I noticed what Brian was doing. He was taking big handfuls and shoving them into his mouth. I should have realised even then what his future career would be.
Brian, happy birthday. You are 60. You only look 50. Obviously all them years of moisturising has done the trick. Have a great birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian. We hope you have a fantastic day, and we love you and respect you very much. Have a great time.
Hello Brian, happy birthday. Trying to do a quick message for you. Just from side of a pool at my mate's gym. I've come here after school. It's 5 o'clock now. Sun's just going down. But been asked to send you a message and a couple of questions to answer. First one, what's your favourite impression of Brian? Sorry, your first impression. Okay, first impression, he was a thieving little tyke. When I was 3, he stole my bottle from me. It was in his crib, I was outside it. I was admittedly poking him with a rattle, but he smashed the bottle out of my hand. That's my first, not memory really, but it was me winding him up and him getting his own back. He was always, well, I thought I was Mum's favourite, and I was Mum's favourite for about 17 months until baby Brian came along. Then he took over and he was Mum's favourite, and he kept that pole position, I reckon, for about most of his 60 years. We can only try to get there. Brian was always up there. Another message question. What was Brian's favourite, his best quality? His best quality, I think, was his ability to make things look easy. He's always done that, whether it's speeches, whether it's up in front of the family, whether it's presentations to other solicitors, high flyers. He made it look easy. He made a dad look very easy. 4 boys, it looked like a doll. Brian was having a great time. Should I say making a good husband? Made that look easy as well. Okay, so it makes things look easy. Another question. Most powerful memory of Brian. The thing that comes to mind. This took a while. I've got lots of memories of Brian, obviously more than most other people. My biggest memory of Brian, I must say, is his backside. Why do I say that? Well, if I was chasing him round the front room, whether it was climbing up a mountain, whether it was skiing, climbing, biking, swimming round the Lake Windermere when we did triathlons, I was always behind him, staring up at his backside. It was there. I remember me trying to catch up with it, or look down on it. Skiing in Austria, his backside being down the bottom of a black slope. It would be in a big pile of snow sticking out of it for all to see, but I remember seeing it and laughing my head off. So, that's a most powerful memory. Okay, happy birthday to you, Brian. Last thing I want to say, so I don't get accused of talking too much. Happy birthday, Brian. We will be missing you. I know it'd be lovely to be there. I can't be there. Have a great birthday with all the family and all your friends. And I would hope you'd have a great time and a nice traditional drink. I gave Connor a load of Caymanian dollars, hundreds, transferred it to him to put behind the bar. Hopefully that's got through to you now and you're having a nice traditional drink on Brother Michael. So Brian, happy birthday. Have a great time. Have a great evening. We are thinking of you. We're always thinking of you. Lots of love from Michael, Rosalie, and have a lovely evening. Bye, Brian.
All right, Harrington, have a great birthday and don't have a heart attack.
Harrington, try having a better heart attack. You can't have just a little one, you silly arse. 6.
Happy birthday, Brian!
What are you doing, Steph?
One message.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Up yours. Up yours.
Happy birthday, Brian! A bit more imagination, guys. Come on.
What do you mean?
Happy 60th birthday, Brian!
Happy birthday, you old bastard.
Well done.
Happy birthday, Brian!
Hey.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Do something else.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Have a fabulous day. Happy 60th.
You old git.
And feel free to make a contribution to the bar fund. You tight git.
Happy birthday, Brian.
So many stories. I'm trying to think of an appropriate one to put on this permanent recording. Come back to me in an hour. I'll think of something appropriate. I love. Happy birthday, Brian. You might get taller with your next birthday, hopefully. So, and here's to getting taller. What have you got to say to him, Taylor? What have you got to say to him? It should say you old fart.
Hello.
Hello, Brian.
So, Bob, what was your first impression of Brian?
So my first impression of Brian was that I met him in Scotland at, I think it was Schiehallion, about 2014-15, and he turned up in a camper van and I just thought, who is this crazy Yorkshireman who lives in a van?
Okay, so my first impression of Brian was in the late 80s, and we'd had a party at our house and it had gone quiet, and then in the early hours this crazy bunch of people arrived at the front door, Brian being one of them, and they all went into the front room, turned on the music really loud and danced madly to Talking Heads' Psycho Killer. Okay, next question. What is Brian's best quality?
So I think Brian's best quality is that he's very, very warm and welcoming, and he's also very generous and friendly. I know that's four, but anyway, those are his best qualities.
I agree. So I'd like to add that one of his best quality as well is that he never takes an easy answer to a debate. He'll always query you and push you to, have a bit of a discussion about things. So, next question. What is most powerful memory of Brian?